This is session 1 of what I'm calling Facing the Enemy. Now, we ended last week in our sessions on pleasing God by saying that there is a personal devil, that is, someone who is our personal enemy. If we want to please God, then we need to know that there is a being who is going to try everything to make us do things that are displeasing to God. Now, we said last time that the picture of a little red figure with horns and a pitchfork and cloven feet came about in the Middle Ages, when people who really did believe in the devil but wanted to make him look foolish, like a buffoon, and so they drew these silly little caricatures of him. They did it because they knew that his weakness was his pride. His pride had made him rebel against God. The thing is, that's the picture that's come down to us. And so when you talk of the devil, for most people, the first thing that'll come to mind is that little red figure with a pitchfork and horns. While the people of the Middle Ages wanted to upset Satan by ridiculing him, he's managed to turn this around. So by accepting this image of the devil, people just lump him into the same category as leprechauns and fairies, and so they don't believe, and they make fun of people who do. So that leaves Satan free to cause havoc, and people just don't realise what's going on. In Genesis 3, Satan is represented by the serpent, and it says this: "The serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord had made." And that's the characteristic of Satan, his cunning. His cunning is greater than anything that we could come up with, so we can never outmaneuver him in our own strength. His craftiness is shown in how he's managed to be able to turn around this ridicule into something that works for him, because people just ignore his existence. His cunning's also shown by the way people think of this ridiculous little figure, and that's how he presents himself, but he doesn't. 2 Corinthians 11, Paul's warning people about false apostles. They're pretending to be apostles. And he says this: "And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. It's not surprising then if his servants masquerade as servants of righteousness." Satan's ability to deceive us is because he can make things look good that are not good. If Satan presented his schemes as bad and nasty things, we would not be tempted. It's because he can make them look really pleasant, he can make them even look quite noble, that we can fall for temptation. And so Paul warns us we need to be on our guard. 1 Corinthians 10:12. "So if you think you are standing firm, be careful that you don't fall." Peter also gives warnings. 1 Peter 5:8. "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy the devil prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour." Now, that doesn't mean we're going to hear Satan coming because he's roaring, but it's the picture of a ferocious animal. And if you have seen how stealthily and quietly a lion will creep up on its prey until it's ready to pounce, and by that time it's too late for the animal it's pouncing on. We're going to spend this next few sessions anyway in looking at how Satan works and how we can handle this.
Jesus' blood and righteousness. I rest on His unchanging face. In every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within the veil. My anchor holds within the veil. Christ our Lord, cornerstone, we've made strong in Savior's love. Through the storm, He is Lord, Lord of all. When He shall come